Hi, I'm Brady Wilson, co-founder of Juice Inc. And like you, I'm sitting at my kitchen table in isolation, but dealing with people in my team. The heart of these videos is very simple. Can we give you just a few tools that will help you re-energize your brain in the midst of a very exhausting time? It's quite something to be sitting in the middle of a pandemic. And the messages that we hear can be troubling. The images that we see can be frightening. And living in isolation, all of these things have an impact on our brain. And we can actually get a very exhausted brain in the middle of this time. The heart behind this video is to give you a simple tool that you can use with your team that re-energizes people's brains and gets all the right juices flowing. And this one is called Start with Appreciation. Let me just give you a bit of context. There are two types of juices that can be flowing in your brain. One of them constricts your thinking. The other one opens up your thinking. So the first one are those black and white binary juices, the stress hormones of cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. And basically they send us into either or, now or never, all or nothing. Very constrictive in our thinking. The full spectrum colorful juices, what we mean when we say, oh, the juices are starting to flow now, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, endocannabinoids. You don't need to know those names, but what they do are amazing. So they make you feel more connected, more clear, more creative, more confident, more purposeful. Those are all good things, and they really allow you to have a super productive day. So why do we say start with appreciation? Let me give you a little bit around that. At Juice, for years, we always start our meetings with appreciation. And it's literally only 4 or 5 minutes, but we just go around the table and every person just shares what they're appreciative for. So in a time like this, in fact, just the other day, one of my coworkers said, you know what? Somebody in our building sent out a message. I've got some Uber Eats coupons and I'd like to just make them available to anybody who can't get out. And if anybody can't get shopping, I'm willing to do that for them. Another person says, hey, what I'm appreciative for, I was out walking on the trails, and even though the barriers are up in some areas of society, I found the barriers really low there, and a simple good morning, how you doing? It creates this little conversation. Yeah, we're 6 feet away, but there's connection there. And another person is saying, I'm spending more time playing board games with my kids. I'm actually getting to know my kids. And another person says, well, I'm getting to my to-do list. And another person says, I started picking up my guitar again. So you can imagine what this does. People don't know what's happening, but as we talk about appreciation, it unlocks dopamine in our brains. It's a benevolent brain hack. What does dopamine do? It's the seeking drive. It creates more motivation, ingenuity, innovation, and it primes our brain to be more energized for the rest of the day. One energizing moment can shape the rest of your day. So start your meetings with appreciation. Just take 4 or 5 minutes, and instead of going into that kind of unhelpful narrative, just get into those moments of appreciation that can prime your brain.